Mashiach, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit.
Right, so man, those things that was in the past, man, they wasn't known until they started getting revealed into the apostles, just like it's being revealed unto us now, man.
It's book of Luke. It's book of Luke, chapter 8, in verse 17. Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So everything has been known and is coming abroad, man. The Most High is making things manifest in these last days, right? He's making it manifest who the devil is, being a so-called white man, and who the Israelites are, being the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
Bring that out.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Like he gonna reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. Right, get 2 and 11, man. And his servants, the prophets, are the Israelites, man. It's not dealing with every other nation, man.
Amos chapter 2 and verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. It is not even thus, O ye children of Israel, said the Lord.
Right, so the prophets are the Israelites, man. So he gonna reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. And his servants is Israel, man. All right, Jacob is my servant, Israel is my chosen.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth. Slucky.
Right, so the most.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the blood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Now you got a damn library of books, all validating, it's like you're all substantiating, the things that the scriptures say, right? And that's all archaeology, history, and that's beautiful, right? All right? We got this table before us, letting us know who Northern Kingdom is, Southern Kingdom, right?
Hey, brother, got a minute for the Bible? Hey, brother, you're an Israelite, brother. All right. He had a precept? Yeah. Bunch of precepts, man, going into the wisdom, man. Wisdom dwelling with Israel. It just precept upon precept, man. Right, so that's what we going into, man. How we got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. How it's not for every nation, man. Because the Most High loves us, man. He never forsook us. Right, just going off the spirit, man. Right, so we got to return onto the Father, man. We got to do our job. Give me that Sirach. 17 and 25. We got to do our job now and return unto him. Because he's done so much for us, man.
I just got one more precept on the wisdom, right? This was happening right now, and it's going to further happen in the kingdom of heaven, man, when we get established as a nation. Because we already getting established right now, man. Right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 19. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and the voice of them that make merry. So we make merry, man, because we the Israelites, God chosen people, so-called white man going to slavery. We make merry of that. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. And that's going into the kingdom, man. Right? We're going to, reproduce in the kingdom, man. We're going to be a great population. Verse 20. Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before them. And I will punish all that oppress them. He's going to punish the so-called white man. He's been oppressing us. Verse 21. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them. And I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord. So our government is going to be our own people, man. And that's happening right now, man. We like the government of the nation, truthfully, right?
Like, our people can't fathom that, man. They can't fathom a society that's not being ran by the white man, man. They just can't get it. They just want to make it in this society, do what they got to do. Yeah, man. That's why I say it's going to be like them that drink, man. What is that in the Psalms of 126? You want to say? Yeah, see that's in Psalms 126. All right.
Oh, I got a precept for that. Actually, it's Psalm 14. 126.
Yeah.
I got a precept, gang.
Try that. All right. Cause man, look, man, cause Jay can't fathom that, man. They think you gonna be at the bottom of society forever. They think this regular life. It's regular for my brother to kill me. They think that's regular life, man.
Yeah, they think to turn on the television and see a so-called white man as president, that's just a regular thing.
Right, man, that's not regular.
So imagine saying Yahweh Shah ruling, man. They can't get it. They think that's fairy tale. They think that's myth.
Right, man, cause these doubles, man. All right.
This is Psalms 126 and verse 1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Keep going.
Yeah, you can read on.
Verse 2. Then was our mouth filled with laughter.
Then what?
Then was our mouth filled with laughter.
All right, we gonna be laughing and making merry, man. When he turned our captivity, when we see Esau get eradicated, man, and we taking them into slavery, hey, our mouth gonna be filled with laughter, man. We gonna be rejoicing. Read on.
And our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord have done great things for them.
Right, the heathen gonna say, damn, man, they looked out for them, man.
They got it made.
The one that we had in derision, these are numbered amongst the saints, man. Right, they gonna be like, dang, man.
Like these are the gods, man. They gonna call us the gods in the kingdom.
Right, man. Kind of the one.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah. They already doing it, man.
Because we those guys. You have the precept.
This book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verse 7. Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. So the Israelites going to be saved. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad.
Right, man. We're going to be rejoicing and glad. Like I said, we're going to be filled with laughter and singing, man. We're going to be sipping yan.
And like they say, don't get mad, get glad.
Right, man.
So
Hey,
get glad, man.
and eventually the whole earth going to rejoice, man. Right, after that hard bondage and the nations get to go back, after the nations go back, man, they going to be like, hey, man, that white man was a dump. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to finally understand it, man. Hey, you going into slavery. That's why you going into slavery.
Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Right, we went to that earlier, man. When the wicked is in rulership, man, hey, look, man. Pan the camera, man. Hey, the people in mourning, man. And we mourning right now, man. We sighing and crying for the abominations, man. Like we brought out, man. You got to present.
This book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right, so this, hey, man, do it look like this place got order, man? People popping dogs, man. You got, pedophilia, come on,
People
man.
popping pigs and eating them at the same time.
Oh, you got a question, brother?
What's all this nationality, bro?
Oh, yeah, you trying to learn your nationality, brother? Come talk to us. Come deal with us. What's your nationality? Trying to have a dialogue with you, brother. You know your nationality? What is it? Hey, brother, you're an Israelite, brother.
That's right.
All right, that's what we out here telling our people. They the God's chosen people, man. The people on this side, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they the God's chosen people, man.
What tribe you from?
All right, the top tribes covered. Somebody show him that sign off the show. All right, what tribe you from?
Looks like I'm Judah.
Judah. All right, that's the same tribe Christ came from, man. Did you know that? That's the same tribe Christ came from. Did you know that?
How you have to break it down like that, though?
Well, you break it down by Genesis, the 49th chapter.
I used to read, I was reading the Bible.
All right, but give me Acts 8 and 30. Let me show you something about reading the Bible, brother. And you give me Psalms 119. I mean, Slacky 111 and 10. Or yeah, 111 and 10. Yeah.
This is Acts chapter 8 and verse 30. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah.
Right, so he was reading Isaiah. He was reading the Bible, right?
And he said, understandest thou what thou readest?
He's like, do you understand what you're reading? Right?
And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me?
Right, so you got to be guided to actually understand the scriptures, brother. So you can open the Bible and read it, but that don't mean you got the proper understanding. Bring that up. We're going to show you how you get some understanding.
The book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Like the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right?
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
You hear that, brother? So a good understanding come to all they that do his commandments. Right, so you got to be taught by a man who actually does the commandments, because he'll have the proper understanding of the scriptures.
That's right.
Right, so that's what we out here doing, man. Right, so we here to show you your nationality according to the scriptures. Right, get Hebrews 5 and 12. Right, we gonna get started with the basics for you, man.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. Written by Paul to the Hebrews. The book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. And it reads this. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
Right, so you got need that one teach you again, brother. So you done read the Bible, but you didn't get the proper understanding, so now we're here to teach it to you. Read on.
Which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh.
Right, that's the first principles, man. You got to be taught again.
And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Right, so now you need milk, man. You got to come here as a baby, and you know babies, you can tell them the sky purple, and they'll believe that. So you got to come as a babe, man, and so you can understand, get the basic knowledge. It's more than that.
For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is but a babe.
Right, man, so we got to give you that milk, man. So we got to show you your nationality according to the Bible. All right, you said you had a precept, Malachi? One more precept, and we going to show you your nationality.
Get one of them Bible.
This book of Sirach, chapter 21.
A Bible.
Somebody got an extra Bible for the brother?
I ain't gonna bring my Bibles up.
Hey,
Sure. You got those dollar Bibles?
This book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 11. God. He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom.
Right, so you get the understanding by actually keeping the fear of the Lord, brother. Right? So you actually get the understanding. Yeah, them boys, yeah. You know? So you get that understanding by keeping the commandments. And we keep the commandments, brother. We study diligently. Right? We study to show ourselves approved so we can actually show you some things. Get the, I need that book, man. Get, yeah, this one. Yeah, get, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You go get straight to the point, man. You can get, you know, yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, you heard that? This Moses talking to the Israelites. See that again?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He say, I'm gonna bring you back into Egypt. Now, Egypt is a Hebrew word, matazarium, man, which pretty much means you're in a rock and a hard place, brother. Because Egypt represents bondage, because they were slaves in Egypt. So when he says, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt, he's saying, hey, I'm going to bring you back into slavery as a curse for breaking the commandments. Right, bring that up.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. And it reads this. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
out of the land of Egypt,
out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage, brother. And another word for bondage is slavery, man. You paying attention, brother? Brother, you heard that, brother? Hey, brother. So Egypt represents slavery, brother. You heard that? You get that? Egypt represents slavery.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 68. Right. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Right. With ships. What? With ships.
So he gonna bring us back into slavery with ships. And who that happened to, brother? What people went to slavery on ships? Deuteronomy 28 and 28. See, this is another curse, brother.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 28. Right. And the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Right, so you kind of blind and mad right now, brother. You kind of bugged out, man. And that's a curse that happened to our people, man. Right, for breaking the commandments. So you an Israelite, man. You an Israelite, you gotta start keeping the commandments. You can't eat shrimp, no crab, no lobster, no pork. Okay? Those are commandments. You like pork? Get Deuteronomy 14 and 8. Yeah, let's show you that's an abomination. All right.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 8. Right. And the swine. What? And the swine.
Swine. That pork, brother. The pork chops. That bacon. Read on.
Because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud. It is unclean to you.
What is pork?
It is unclean unto you.
It's unclean unto you, brother. So you're not supposed to eat pork according to the Bible. Bring it up.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
Right, you can't eat of their flesh or touch his dead carcass.
Hey, what's your nationality?
Hey, what's your nationality, brother?
Hey.
It's a car, man. Hey, Northern Kingdom, man. It ain't no pepperoni on. Hey, it ain't no pepperoni on there, is it? Jesus Christos, Negro. Jesus Christos, Negro. Jesus Christos, Negro. Jesus Christos, Negro. No Blanco, no Blanco. All right, bring that up. Let's start from the top. Hey, brother. Hey, no pork, brother. No pork, man. All right. That's the spit. Hey, man, we was just reading about pork. Hey, you gotta hear this, man. Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 8. And the swine, because they divided the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud. It is unclean unto you.
Right.
Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
Right, so you can't touch a dead pig. Like Malachi say, man, somebody say, pass me the pork chop. You're supposed to say, no, that's an abomination, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible, man.
I call it
shut, man.
I call it.
What was that?
I got a Bible verse request. 1 Corinthians 11:4.
1 Corinthians 11:4, man. Bring it up. Hey, brother, you got a minute for the Bible? Brother, you got a minute?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor of his head.
Right, so you gotta have your hats off, man. No, that's a meat tree, brother.
My head ain't covered.
You saying that's acceptable?
Yeah, that's a meat tree, brother. They wore meat trees. The priests. Then in Exodus, what's that? Exodus. You said what? No, the priest. That was a command. Get that. What's that? Exodus 20. I might have to look it up if somebody got it.
I got a point to 6 chapter 12. The point of the word you said was cover. Cover means to over your head. Like if you had something over your head, that's cover.
If you know it, bring it on. I might have to. Somebody got their phone, man.
The reason why you couldn't cover your head because you have to be anointed with priest, and the oil would drop on the top of your crown. So don't cover the crown of your head. That's what over means. That's why you see a king. He wear a metal crown. He doesn't cover the top.
I got a precept right here.
Here's the precept, brother.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 16. Now these are the sons of Aaron. Leviticus chapter 16 and verse 4. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen meat tree shall he be attired. These are holy garments.
These are what?
These are holy garments.
Holy garments. Right? The ephod, the linen breeches. Yeah, just look up meat tree for the brother. Right?
This is the book of Judith, chapter 4, verse 15. And had ashes on their meat trees and cried unto the Lord. And we cry unto the Lord, that's just praying. Cried unto the Lord with all their power that he would look upon all the house of Israel graciously.
Right, and that's praying. Oh, that's, hey man, that's a cut, man. I like that, man. So they cried unto the Lord with their mitres, man. Right? Bring it up. And you can look up the old priests, and they had on mitres, man. If you look up the Levitical priests, it'll show them with their ephod they had mitres on, brother. So this is a mitre, right? You can't have on a hat, hoodie, man, while you praying or prophesying. Right. So that's what that's going into. So our head is not covered. Okay? Check that out. That's a mitre. You got it on the camera? Check that out. That's a mitre, man.
And plus, if you check it out, it's not fully covered. You still can see the crown of the brother's head, so it's not fully covered. So that's a mitre, brother.
And they wore mitres in the ancient days.
Yeah, the priests wore mitres.
A holy garment.
But what I'm saying is,
So the priest wasn't going on. You can't say the priest was going on. They was teaching the law.
Yeah, they went into captivity for breaking the law.
first the Levites, right?
Yeah.
Levite. Who's the last tribe that went into captivity? Last tribe. Was it the Judah tribe?
That's the Southern Kingdom.
That's Moses. The southern, so they went into captivity.
The Southern Kingdom is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The Northern Kingdom then went into slavery.
Okay.
I mean, we both was going into captivities, but they went all the way off and got cast away first. Get that at 1 Kings 17 and 23. Yeah. Show you that. 1 Kings 17 and 23.
That's a spirit. You can can't make that up.
Yeah, my brother be popping up. Bring that up.
Here it comes. He said
17 to 23.
This is 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 23.
Right?
And Elijah took the children and brought them down out of the chamber into the house.
Is it 2 Kings? Yeah, 2 Kings 7 and 23.
That's what I was thinking.
17 to 23, Salakia. Yeah, we got you, brother. About to show you that, the northern kingdom got taken away. They known as the house of Israel. And the southern kingdom is known as the house of Judah. Alright? Yeah, that's southern kingdom. And we can prove that in Ezra. Yeah, Ezra 1 and 6. Right? Yeah.
That's it.
God.
Listen to this.
It's the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 23. Until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants, the prophets, so was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day.
Right, so they got carried into Assyria. And when you read 2 Ezra 13 and 40, that's when the southern kingdom, that's when they went to Azaret, man. Most of them went to Azaret, which is America. Right, but that's letting you know that they, the Most High cast them out of his sight. And we can show you, go to Ezra, and we can show you Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They known as the Jews. We can show you that. Yeah, Ezra 1. That's the southern kingdom that was left after we came from the Babylonian captivity. Ezra 1 and 1.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 1. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus said Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord God of heaven hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah.
Right, so this is Cyrus, the king, man, of Persia. He made that decree to send the Israelites back out of Babylon to go back into their land. Let me get that real quick. Let's go to bring this out real quick. Let's skip. Oh yeah, go to 5.
Verse 5.
Now he said Israel, he said Judah. We're gonna see what tribes he was talking to.
Verse 5. Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests, and the Levites,
Judah, Benjamin, and Levi,
with all them whose spirit God had raised, to go up to build the house of the Lord.
So those 3 tribes went to build the house of the Lord. So the southern kingdom was already exiled in Assyria, and most of them went over to America. So that's the southern kingdom known as the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right?
This first Ezra chapter 2 verse 3, saying, Thus saith Cyrus the king of the Persians, the Lord of Israel, the Most High Lord, hath made me king of the whole world, and commanded me to build him an house at Jerusalem. And I if therefore there be any of you that are of this people, let the Lord, even his Lord, be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, that is in Judea, and build the house of the Lord of Israel, for he is the Lord that dwelleth in Jerusalem. Whosoever then dwell in the places about, let them help him. Those I say that are his neighbors, with gold and with silver, with gifts, with horses, with cattle, and other things which have been set forth by vow for the temple of the Lord at Jerusalem. The last one.
He basically,
Let me just break that part out. He basically saying, hey, everybody that's even around them got to help them build the temple. That's all he's saying.
Then the chief of the families of Judea and the tribe of Benjamin stood up, the priests also and the Levites, and all they whose mind the Lord had moved to go up and to build an house for the Lord at Jerusalem.
So this is the same pretty much account we just read in Ezra, the first chapter. That's first Ezra, the second chapter. So Judah, Benjamin, and Levi went up to build up Jerusalem, and from there they was the ones dwelling in there. All right.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, and verse 5. Now in Shushan the palace there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite. So he was referred to as a Jew, but he was a Benjamite. That's the southern kingdom.
Right, because that southern kingdom was the only ones that was left, brother. Right, because Assyria, like he said, the northern kingdom, like he said, he cast them out of his sight, man. Right, and when they got carried away into Assyria. And Assyria was conquered by the Babylonians. So by the time the Babylonians got conquered and Cyrus let them go, it was only Judah, Benjamin, and Levi left, brother.
It's like in Daniel, the 5th chapter, in the 29th verse, I believe. That's where Belteshazzar, the son of I don't know how to say his name, Nabonidus, something like that. He was slain, and then basically the kingdom was translated over to Cyrus, right? Or it was Darius. I'm bringing out the account.
Right, so you get that, brother? The Jews, the southern kingdom is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, and verse 6. The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, Hast thou seen that which wicked backsliding Israel have done? Talking about the northern kingdom. She has gone up upon every high mountain and every green tree, and there have played the harlot, because the northern kingdom went into idolatry, wickedness. Verse 7, And I said, after she had done all these things, Turn down to me, but she returned not, and her treacherous sister Judah saw it, meaning the rest of the southern tribes. And I saw, when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, the northern kingdom, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. That's why in the New Testament, the northern kingdom is referred to as the Gentiles as well, because the Most High put them away as a nation. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, and went and played the harlot also.
And we went off as well, the southern kingdom. Right, so yeah, that's Judah, Benjamin, and
that's
Levi.
Went in slavery as well. First, the northern kingdom was enslaved under their enemies, and then the southern kingdom went into slavery.
That's how it worked, man.
Okay, I want to ask you again. Okay, the northern kingdom is that, right?
Yeah.
The southern is Levi, Benjamin, Judah. That's south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They was in the the southern part of Israel when they separated, man.
A lot of the northern tribes started getting enslaved in the 1500s, the early 1500s, and the rest of the southern tribes was more so in the 1600s.
Right, man. So they've been going off, man. All right. So that's about, man. And Dimitri.
Another question.
Yeah.
All right. Abib. That's the first month of the year, right? First month of the year.
Yeah.
Hebrew year. Are we in Abib right now or Adar?
It'll be we in the Dar.
We're in Adar.
Yeah, the next new moon that's the first of the year.
So I got Which that says. So first is spring, then it's Abib. Or is it Abib then spring?
Abib is the first. It's usually when spring is coming in. That's why it's that first new moon.
It's a transition.
Yeah.
Just explicitly tell me, which one is first, spring or Abib?
I mean, when is the first day of spring? Yeah. Like, a spring is in April, ain't it? Or March?
March 19th is spring.
Yeah, but a bib.
You said according to who?
NASA, March 19th is spring, first day of spring.
Right, but remember, spring is just a season. That's like that can be, you know, they say spring started in March, and then some people say spring started in April.
Right.
And other people say spring started a little later.
Like I said, it's a transition. It's a transition.
Right.
It's no set. It's no set.
But it's that new moon leading up to it. Because that's when new life is springing forth.
Because I got the full moons off the NASA.
Let me say this: there's no set month where the springtime come in. It could be either April or March or April.
But it's that transitional period. Like it's, shoot, it damn, you know, messing with Michigan, man, you know.
So look, first day of spring is March 19th. That's what I got right. And April 1st.
So it ain't the first day of spring, it's based on the moon.
Okay, first day of spring, I got that from NASA. And then I got this full moon from NASA.
You can't really trust NASA though.
NASA be off. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to work with y'all.
The moon is the new moon is the dark moon too, brother.
For real?
Yeah.
Not the full moon.
Nah.
We can bring that out.
Yeah, get 44.
When it shines bright in the sky.
44 and what? We gonna bring it out. It's alright, 44. I just did a damn cold cut on it, man.
Because the 7th of March
44. That's crazy. That's a spirit. I just did a cold cut. No, yeah, it's 43. You right. It started at
We're gonna bring it out for you. We're gonna bring it out real nice and slow.
Check this out, brother. Right? Because you got, them false doctrines out here, brother. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 43, and verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times.
That's what the moon is. It's made to no season.
And a sign of the world, right? According to Genesis 1 and 14, right? The moon was made for a sign.
Okay.
From the moon is the sign of feast,
Alright.
a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
Right. So the moon, when it's perfect, it decreases. We know the moon changes.
Decreases their perfection.
Yeah.
So it's bright out
Exactly,
there.
I'm getting it. But this is describing what the moon is. It's saying the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreases in its perfection. Now let's see the next verse. You gotta pay attention to the word, and it says it's like it says, for the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreases in its perfection. That is just describing what the moon is. It's a light that decreases in its perfection. Now let's see the next verse.
The moon is called after her name. Oh yes, Salaki. The month is called after her name.
Month is called after her name.
Increasing wonderfully in her changing.
Right, so when it's dark, it increases in its changing. The month is called after its name, brother. We don't. It said the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing. You see that?
So why 7 say decrease and then 8 say
Because it's explaining what the moon is. It's a light, a sign of feast. It's a sign of feast, a light that decreases in its perfection. The month is called after his name, increasing wonderfully in her changing. That's what it's saying. Because how can